Hello and welcome to Hopewood Park, the adult inpatient site based in Ryep. And we've got 7 wards on site here with 122 beds spread across the site. We'll start off with the site map. So where you can see the X is where the initial shot was taken from, looking over the wards that spread across the site. So you can see the acute wards are across one level on the top, with the rehab wards down the hill to the back, and the Barton Centre acts as kind of a main hub to the site. So looking across the wards, we've got Beckfield, which is the PICU, across to the male acute ward, Springrise and Shawdrift. There's the Barton Centre there, and moving across there you can see Longview and Bridgewell, which is the female ward and the challenging behaviours ward. So teleporting down to the Barton Centre, if you go past it towards the back, you can see on the signs there's Clearbrook and Aldervale, which are the 2 rehab wards, which you can see down the hill here. Down the hill to the right is the back entrance into the canteen as well. So thinking about the wards along the top side, we'll show you the entrances, which are the same at every single ward, so we'll just look at Springrise and Shawdrifts. We'll also talk about the pods and the back doors onto the wards. So the pods, which you can see opposite the back doors here, are where you can get supplies for your ward, so bloods, vacuitainers. Pod 3, which is opposite Shawdrift here, is where our physical health team work out of. So Kerry, Dr. Benton, our GP, and Lisa and Nina, who are the physical health team, are based out of Pod 3 there. So you can see Springrise, Shawdrift, there's the doors to get onto the wards there. Out the back there's also a back door which needs fob access to get into, but just be mindful that those back entrances lead both to the doctor's offices but also to where seclusion are, so be mindful if there's someone in seclusion at that time. And then directly opposite is Pod 3, as we were talking about before. So if we look into the Barton Centre, as I said earlier, it's kind of the main hub for the site. Usually it's significantly busier than this, but this is very early in the morning that this video is taken. There's fob access out of hours, but normally the doors are just unlocked there. And you've got the canteen entrances on the left here, and then we've got the reception, which is where you can get ECG machines, sign out keys if you need them, and generally ask any questions you might have. So moving forward, as you enter the Barton Centre, if you turn round to the left, you will come past the porter's room, the on-call registrar's room as well. They're frequently don't base themselves out of here for the site, but sometimes will. And then through this another fob access door, you'll find the SHO on-call room for out of hours and your on-calls. You've got ECT is directly opposite it. The Mental Health Tribunal the Mental Health Tribunal room is down this corridor, with the Mental Health Act office just through this door, and pharmacy are based just down this corridor as well. For if you do have any cause to be down here, though it is unlikely, you'll need to come down here. So we'll go back up to that sign, and instead of turning left we'll go to the right. So this is if you're ever on call on a weekend days, you'll hear people talk about the hub meeting. So after you've done the SHO handover, you'll come to the hub meeting, which is where the consultant and all the ward staff will go to discuss what needs doing across the weekend days, and that's always in meeting room 1 here. And down this corridor as well, that's where crisis team's based out of if you need to go out of there. So that covers most of the Hopewood Park site. It seems like it's spread over quite a big area, but it's actually fairly well signposted and quite compact as you need it. And really everyone will be able to give you directions if you do need any extra help. The last bit to mention is the Med-Ed department, which you can see around the back of the rehab wards, and that's where our teaching will take place if teaching ever resumes in person. Hopefully you enjoy your time at Hopewood Park. It is a lovely site, and all the best.